Parisienne Skies, Full of Strangers by Leonie M. Smith. The black cylindrical vessels mingled with the clouds in the morning sky, like gatecrashers at an extravagant, opulent party. Monique stepped out of her apartment onto the top of the spiral fire escape and shivered. She pulled her purple satin dressing gown tightly around her body. A deep shadow slid over her, causing her to glance up. The smooth underside of the vast ship reminded her of a whale's belly. She casually groped for her cigarettes and lighted it in her pocket, lit one, then lifted her gaze once more to watch the cylinder sail across the sky above the rooftops towards La Tour Eiffel. She sat down on the top step and exhaled her first lungful of smoke. To her left, she saw another ship drifting over streets about a kilometre away. She wondered how many of these intruders there were. The media had excitedly counted millions worldwide, but she felt there were far fewer. Last night's client was still sleeping in her bed. He was unusual, youngish, mid-30s, she supposed. His dark hair, almost black, needed a trim. His stubble was almost a proper beard. His eyes, she hadn't looked into his eyes. She tried not to when she was entertaining. That was something she kept for the real people in her life, not this passing trade she picked up to pay her way in the world. Her dressing gown slid off her right knee and she tugged it back. It was chilly today. April in Paris, often a time of wonder and joy, did not match anyone's mood while the cylinders orbited above. The ships had arrived 6 weeks ago to much excitement, and then nothing. No communication at all from whomever or whatever lurked within. At first there had been outright hysteria, looting and violence everywhere on the planet Earth. But when the people had worn themselves out and nothing continued to happen, quiet resignation and despair had prevailed. Those with money had already taken passage to the moon or beyond, and the alien vessels had done nothing to stop them. 3 floors below Monique, a window was flung open and the resolute tones of Edith Piaf drifted out. It was a come-on, an audacious dare being sent to the intruders above. Come on, do something. We're ready. Do your worst. No, je... I can't pronounce it. No, je ne regrette rien. I'm going to just start laughing now. Okay. She heard the gush of the tap being turned on inside her apartment. Her client had risen, perhaps getting a drink of water from the kitchenette sink before leaving. She would stay out here until he had gone, as she always did. Listen for the slam of the door and go back in and find her account had been credited. Not saying goodbye sometimes made her plying her trade more bearable. Drunken shouting arose from the street. 2 women were arguing over a man, it seemed. Monique closed her eyes and leant her aching head against the black metal railings. She put the cigarette in her mouth and took another drag from it. Too much tension from all quarters, too much alcohol being taken to lessen the anxiety. The whole planet was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen.